is this the turning point in the chip stocks, in the memory stocks, in the AI stocks? In this video, let's talk about all of that. We'll take a look at Micron, Sandisk, TSM, Intel, Seagate, Broadcom, ARM, AMD, Nvidia. Let's have a complete picture. Are we seeing something turning? Is the tide shifting, my friends? Let's talk about all of that in this video. Before going further, as always, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. In case you are wondering why my voice is echoing, it's just because I don't have sound buffers right now, and I removed the older ones and I took them to recycling while the new ones are coming. Well, so you will have to adjust your volume if you wanna adjust the echo right now. Okay, so anyways, let's jump right into it. So Micron, let's start off with that. Micron is doing something very critical, and that is a slowdown. It's not overall bearish, let me tell you that. We do have money rotating. Now, where is that money going? Well, for that, you can check out this members only videos on my channel, stocks coverage. Don't miss this video. Here I have talked for my members everything what they need to know going forward from here. There are a lot of stocks, guys, where you can deploy your money right now and you can make a lot of it. I mean, market has been giving us this opportunity over and over again, and I was telling my members that I can't believe we are getting the opportunity again within just few months. Check that video out, guys. You can join either through my Patreon, links you will find in the description of this video, or that members only video you can just join through the YouTube as well. And in the join button you will see a big loving support membership, and that will open up that video for you. Okay, so having said that, Micron continues to show, at least yesterday after the gap fill, a weakness. Now, don't get me wrong, Micron is not bearish. Micron overall is fine even until $1,100. But what we are seeing here is a weakness. Okay, a sideways action, a weakness. What does it mean? Let's get to the hourly interval. Well, it means that if you have good profits on Micron now, you should definitely consider taking partial profits or size down heavily at this point. You gotta take profits. You don't want to, that's okay. Do what you want to do. The thing is that also, yes, we did have a really good gap up after the earnings, but the problem remained, we didn't break the previous high, slowed down. Yes, we did see the gap fill that very day and it got bought up and everything was looking bullish until then. However, we are seeing a slip back down to that very important 1100 level. Now, yes, it can still hold. We are above that zone, and if it holds, we are still just fine. We may just go sideways right now. If we start to lose 1100, start to close below that, that will start to indicate much more weakness coming. Now, if it would have been just one Micron here or just one Sandisk, then I would have not been too cautious over here. I would be like, hey, it's normal. It's a normal part of a pullback. However, and this is what I have told my members, and I have shared the areas that this is not a normal pullback right now. Look, money can still stay in these while it goes other places, right? But the thing is that we are not bearish overall. I want to point out, we hold 1100. We are still fine, and it can bounce back up. But we are seeing market putting money somewhere else right now. Profit taking may happen, and that's why I'm raising a caution. If I would not have seen signs of money rotation, I would have not raised a caution, and it's the only reason. Okay, so anyways, technically trading 1100, you are fine. Above that, below that, you are not necessarily bearish. Well, you are like not bearish as it's gonna go to $0, but definitely weakness will continue to remain, and that will start to mark it as a distribution phase. So you gotta be careful on Micron. $1,100 is your last line of defense on this thing for coming days, and then we'll see what happens. But below that, definitely weakness will be there, right? So all right, so that's Micron. Let's take a look at now Sandisk. Let's cover all this, chip stocks, memory stocks, I should say. Okay, Sandisk is also did go up with the sympathy of Micron's earning, tested its previous high, but then the following day started to sell off. This one as well. Now, Sandisk overall is still bullish even until this zone of 1850 area. Okay, it has previously also held there right at our zone, guys. I told you this, and we bounced up, but at this point it is struggling to make a new high. Okay, yes, and every day it doesn't have to make a new high. Overall, it still has a room to remain a lot of bullish, but we are seeing again some sign of weakness. So if we stay below even 2166, you can expect this to linger around, to stay weak, and it will be few days. There are room for a pullback's continuation. It will be few days before we see a new high or we get above 2166 area. Okay, if we do that, good. If we don't, not too good. Okay, so all right, let's take a look at TSM. TSM is bouncing from the next zone of support, important one, 417. However, it doesn't make it overall in the strength back. It still keeps it in the multi-day weakness that it has been in. If we are not getting above 439, we will remain in this weakness, guys. Okay, below 439, we will remain in the weakness, and multi-day weakness will remain. Above that, strength may build up, but overall semiconductors, AI, chip stocks, all that will have to support for that. All right, let's get to Seagate, and then I want to take you over Nvidia and AMD also, right? I haven't forgotten those, even though, well, Nvidia especially. Seagate is the one in the trouble because it has broken the critical support structure. Now, will this be the leading indicator for other ones? Well, price action will tell us, but this is definitely is much more weaker. 964 area below, we will continue to see and remain weaker, and that will be the case. 964 to 967 area. Below that, weakness will persist. Any rebounds are just rebounds. It is in the, the reason I'm refraining from saying it is in the overall bearishness is because yes, we did technically lose the overall structural support, but these are also the type of stocks that can a little bit do bounces and dance around, right? So because the distribution phase hasn't built up, and it's rarely they go down, but the point is that yes, they can go down, and right now we are in the negative structure below this zone, right? So your bias right now is not to the upside, but what's your horizon? You have to every day build slowly and slowly from here out, which right now possibly could be to the downside as we stay below this zone of 968 area around. Okay, only above that we may get back in the distribution phase, but right now below that we will remain in the weakness. Okay, let's talk Intel. We'll get to Nvidia at the end of this video, guys. Okay, Intel is holding still its bullish strength at 125 above. That's the latest trading area I have given you. But if we are slowly chugging that area, that is not a good sign. That means it's just can break also, and if that breaks, it's going to open up 117, 116 area again. So you're closely watching this zone of 126 area, 125 to 126. If we lose it, boom, we have a downside coming. Upside, guys, look, momentum will not be back on this thing as we stay below 132 and 70 cents area. Okay, so that's your Intel. All right, let's get to now Broadcom. We'll go now Broadcom, ARM, AMD, and wrap up this video with Nvidia. Tomorrow I'll do another video on the Tesla, SPY, QEQ, SpaceX. We'll talk those ones tomorrow. All right, so let's take a look at Broadcom. So Broadcom continues in our negative structure, and this is where the semiconductors are the ones which are not performing anymore. They have, so mostly except AMD, like ARM, Broadcom, and Nvidia from quite some time has been weak as well. So there's already like some semiconductors a little bit starting to lag behind. And look at it, like Broadcom was like at almost 500, $495, and it's at what, 361 area, say 365. Like this is a fall within just few days of more than 100 points, like 26% down. It doesn't mean it's a buy here. They are after split adjusted. Technically this thing is at 3,000 prior to split. Okay, so it also went to like $5,000. Okay, but that's not the point. It doesn't matter the price of the share. What matters is the technicals. Technicals are to the downside. We are approaching our next very zone, the magnet that I have said we have gotten there. After this, the magnet will be 333 area, guys. Okay, that's the zone. So can it bounce here at 360? Well, I'm not seeing any signs of that. If it does, well, it's not going to become bullish. Some multi-day strength is possible, but multi-day only, which will be part of an overall rebound above 374. So below that, yeah, weakness will continue though. Let's get to ARM. ARM remains in the weakness, continues to remain in the weakness. Let's get to the hourly interval. There is one more zone that I have provided to my members for this upcoming week already, and that is 356. 356 above only where some strength will come back from where we are. If we don't get above 355, 356, then our strength structure will not start to build up on ARM. AMD. AMD is going sideways. Now I have previously told you that yes, 475 area, until there technically overall structure is fine, and yes, it is still fine until their overall structure. And I have said that you can take partial profits. You don't have to make a decision every day, but take partial profits. It's a distribution phase, sideways action here. It can go into that. Point is that above 475 we are fine, but you know, do you want to continue to hold or take some profits? Just so you know, it's not an overall short. It's not the overall short, but it's just some near-term weakness, some sideways action it is in. So Nvidia. Now Nvidia is the one that continues to be negative for us. Now we did hit our magnet, the test we got at 194. We also hit the 200 days moving average. Well, just because we hit 200 days moving average doesn't make it a buy. If we lose and stay below 194, actually our magnet slowly and slowly we can make our way down to 169. Is that going to happen? No one knows, but that's the next magnet. And along the ways we'll track the levels that you are seeing in the middle. Along the ways we'll see the price action at each level, and that will tell us and indicate what the price action is doing. Let's get to the hourly interval. From here on, we'll have to get about 197.60 without breaking further below if we want to see any strength build up on this thing. 197.69. Below that, everything price action will remain negative on Nvidia, and it's unfortunately one of those that ARM has matured enough and just can't seem to find its way much higher. It's not a huge down from the top, but it's down enough that it 20%, you know, from the top. But yeah, it's all about understanding the critical areas and using that as your value points to place a trade, and with the stop loss on the other side of that, right? So but yeah, right now not seeing any strength in Nvidia as well. So even though some of your money from the market usually doesn't fully get out, it just moves. Okay, and as I said in the early on of this video, check this video out if you are interested to know more about where I have put my money, where I'm buying right now. Good long-term place. It's okay if you are not doing day trades. It's okay if you're not doing swing trades. That's okay. In this video you will find full-fledged plan. You will find long-term trade plans, my long-term trades. You will find swing, you will find day trade, everything. All right, so in this videos for the members. All right, guys, that's all I had for you in this video. And with that, we'll see you in the next videos. Take care. Bye.